challenge. Man, would have just loved to be able to do that.
Maybe the second half, a big doors slam. Cowboys ball starting second half. They move right to left across field. Down to Bennett. And over to Dennis. There is Dennis. Behind the back. Send on the shot clock. Bennett with it. Looking for the screen. He gets it. Across the roll. Bennett drives in. Bennett hard. Up and in. Great first possession for the Cowboys.
Well, he really didn't have a lot going, and I tell you, right at the end of the possession, Kennedy just makes a strong play through contact. Great coaching.
Great coaching, yeah. Here's Kenzie working against Walker. Kenzie, little fade away, no good. Rebounded by Nagasa. And I think if you're the Cowboys, that matchup against Kenzie and Bennett, you'll take, or Walker, excuse me, you'll take that fade away any day of the week.
It's a good looks. That shot just has not been hurt one of them.
Cowboys offensive board. Press 20. Bellin, strong drive in.
Extra possession off that offensive rebound.
You're certainly seeing the Cowboys going strong to the rim, not trying to make any fancy plays. We know how good they are on the assist, but not having to force that extra pass, and a blocking foul called on Bennett.
And that's the right call. I mean, I love Bennett trying to get this play. It's a real heads-up play. There's going to be a bucket. But the offense didn't go to the rim. He's going towards the sideline. Bennett sold it like he was going right to the rim through it. That's a good call.
And no arm extension, no really dropping of the shoulder.
You know, you get 5 fouls on. That's a great foul. Save the bucket.
Johnson, 3 ball, back iron, no good. And rebounded by Bennett. Bennett's got 4 boards to go along with 10 points. Number 3, driving in. Another strong look. Gets the board, gets another one, goes in. Stays with it.
I tell you, for his size, he may be one of the best rebounders in the Mountain West. He just finds a way to get, he's got a nose for the ball. That's what he calls him, great defenders. He's got a nose for the ball. He's got one of the best.
2 rebounds on that possession. Rollins goes in, slams it. Miscommunication D-wise. That's what you wanted Gores to do in the first half.
That's the finish I want to see right there.
See if that sparks some life for the Pioneers.
I was wondering if this was a no dunking game. You know, I come here to watch some dunks.
There's nothing like a big rim-shaking dunk. Walker gets fouled driving to the hoop.
Just a miscommunication, but way to finish above the rim.
Walker on the other side getting fouled. He wanted that to drop.
Wanted that and wanted it. Right back to where he started the game. You know, nose on the rim, you know, driving straight lines.
Gores back in to replace Nagasa. And Walker goes 2-2 from the strike. He's in double figures along with Bennett. There's been some even scoring across the Cowboys offensively. 4 Cowboys averaging double figures. One of the strengths of this Cowboys team early on is Kinsey is fouled. They're calling it on the floor.
Kinsey has, you know, some size advantage over Dennis and Bennett. When he gets a switch there, he knows he can get his shot off. He's just trying to get real greedy and get closer and closer to that rim so he increases his percentages. And smart play.
Stolen by Bennett. Cowboys bring it up. Bennett thought he was fouled, but no, Drive in. Walker with it. Walker, little hesitation. Kicks it outside. Meyer. Free ball. Got it.
The Cowboys are tough in transition. I tell you, they attack the rim and they keep the pressure on, and they're going to find an open shooter with the way they pass that ball.
Johnson with it, kicks it outside. Wysocki. Wysocki going against Belic. Belic with the steal. Belic up. Belic goes and lays it in.
Can I see a dunk? Can I see a finish on the rim? Come on, big fella.
Timeout call by DU. It's a 50-29 lead for the Cowboys. What a start to the second half for Wyoming.
Where do legends come from? Some start as dreamers, even after they're turned down again and again. But everyone deserves a chance to prove themselves.
You know, this is the place that gave me an opportunity to come here and play the game that I love.
At the University of Wyoming, we're the team that believes you can do anything. This is where underdogs come to shine and where real MVPs are made.
Mountain West fans, tournament time is coming. Get ready for MVP Madness in Las Vegas. And away we go. One stop, one shot, one chance. Who will rise to be the best in the West? Tickets are on sale now. Don't miss a minute of the action this March. BMW.com/2026. It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
The crowd is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Cowboys with an outstanding start to the second half. They lead 50-29 over the DU Pioneers. Kyle Houston and the former Cowboy Steve Gosar with you. And Steve, it hasn't just been the starters in this game or throughout the season. Everybody has been contributing offensively for Wyoming.
Oh, that bench is so deep, and they just keep bringing fresh bodies off the bench. And that's how they keep that pressure on. That's how that speed of the game gets better when you have fresh bodies that are really, pushing it up in transition between the foul lines.
And it's tough for an opposing team as well when you're doing your pre-scout. You know that there's a couple of guys that you got to look at, Leland Walker, Caden Bennett, a couple of those guys. But you have to look deeper than just those top 2 or 3 scorers.
It's really hard. When you've got to prepare for, 7 or 8 guys, it's really hard to remember all of their tendencies. You can do that, your team can carry over 2, 3 in their tendencies, but, this is too deep of a Wyoming bench to keep those all in for the scout report.
Big 3 ball for Johnson. Second 3 of the game for DU. Just a 3rd on the game.
Another miscommunication, though. It looked like they just really didn't talk about what they were doing. They left him with a really good shooter. That's the last thing you want to do is let him get on track.
Here's Meyer. Cowboys 15-5 to start this second half. You have to be extremely happy with how your team has come out if you're Wyoming. Sundance Wicks. Rebound put back by Logan Kinsey.
That's the second time that Johnson's got an open look on that. And, Rojas on the handoff is going over, but then on the re-screen he's going under for some reason. You can't do that with Johnson and a good shooter.
We'll take another timeout. Cowboys 52, DU 34, 15-31 to go in the second half. Back with more college basketball after this timeout.
Keep up with these strong, healthy rhythm. At Cheyenne Regional Heart and Vascular Institute, our early screening and detection, along with advanced treatments and cardiac rehabilitation, Cheyenne Regional. We inspire great.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series has been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining build Ford tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, build Ford tough.
Town and Country Supermarket Liquors on the South Greeley Highway is by far Wyoming's largest liquor store. While their selection of beers, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, wines and distilled spirits cannot be beat, most important are their prices, the lowest in the region. They will not be undersold. Great selection at lowest prices. And don't forget those great weekly specials. No wonder it's said, go over the hill and save on your bill. At Town and Country Supermarket Liquors, 516 South Greeley Highway, Cheyenne.
You couldn't have asked for a better start to the second half if you're the Wyoming Cowboys, Steve.
Absolutely not. Dave Bennett got him out of the gates, you know what, quick by just that straight attack to the rim and finish. Belich gets an offensive rebound, and you know the Cowboys are up. These first couple of minutes have really set the tone for the second half.
Yeah, 10-point lead after the first half turned into an 18-point lead. And it's been, again, a few different guys, not just one or two. And it's come off of some offensive rebounds, some turnovers, a big three ball by Meyer. The Cowboys are in control of this one. They have to stick with it.
And this is a team that can just score in bunches. And I think that guard play, just being able to attack that rim and shoot the three, boy, it can take it from a 10-point lead to an 18-point lead in a hurry.
Forrest misses the first free throw. He's not been a good free throw shooter this year. Under 50% for Gavin Davis. Makes the second.
Sanders climbing.
Yeah. If there's one thing that the Cowboys will need to improve on as you head towards these last couple of non-conference games into conference play is shooting from the charity stripe.
Yeah, they have left many points, you know, too many points at the foul line. They've got to be able to convert that, especially in conference, you know, where the teams get so close, to each other.
Looking to grow your brand through Wyoming athletics? Visit gowyo.com/sponsorship to learn more about Wyoming sports properties and sponsorship opportunities. Hold on, kicks it to Roll. Scores with it up top. Cowboys 53, GU 36, scores up, kick it. He'll go shoot two again.
Something you don't really see a whole lot of, a little to big ball screen right there. You see Naz Meyer come over to setting a ball screen for Gores, and Gores has the ability, he's very athletic, got great ball handling skills, and I tell you, a little bit of contact almost got his hand won.
Talk about the athleticism of Gores and this, the freshman that have come
Any
in
chips?
No,
with
You good?
Naz
I'm
Meyer.
good on.
They've shown the ability to have that athleticism.
Hey, wow.
Spark.
Yeah, I know.
And they're just going to continue to get better.
Gore. Is the Gore's Gorex? I don't know.
Absolutely. These guys feed off.
Weren't you complaining that they couldn't make the free throws?
No.
Pretty good tonight.
Sure.
Better throughout the season. It's significantly better.
Oh,
It was only like the second or first game of the year.
but we lost it.
Yeah, that was good. Maybe that was just last week. I can't remember.
Burke with it. Burke goes up strong, move, and finishes. Burke had just 4 points in the first half, and he averages over 10 in the first half. So it's really nice for the Cowboys to continue that. Gores hands it off to Meyer. Meyer drives it in. Meyer kicks it out.
What now?
Haraco! Three ball!
When
Same spot. 20-point lead for the Cowboys. Rollins with it outside. Burke, free ball. Can't answer. Rebounded by Bennett. Could have been one of three guys going to get that ball.
My money's on Bennett every time.
Bennett's got 7 points. Takes out Monaco, tries it again.
Great decision by Rojas, though. Seriously, he could have got that up on the rim. He had a half step on it. Made the unselfish play of kicking it out to Jericho for an open three.
And if he gets going too off the bench, as Johnson tries to answer with a 3, no good. Meyer driving in. Meyer over to bench.
Take your blanket.
Up, left-handed layup in. To continue that thought, if Harco keeps going off the bench, he had 18 the last game against Norfolk State. If you can get him another score off the bench, that's going to just make this team even deeper.
No.
3-pointer. You might take
Too hot. You know he's got that huge blanket on him.
it's a different play. It's the same, different passer.
I don't know, Dalton.
What, Don?
Wait and see how we do when we get in conference play. These wins are nice, but I don't know. Could be a different story.
For what, Don?
Conference play.
Just kind of stay near the point.
I tell you, the Cowboys are everywhere on defensively. I tell you, they are just flying around to that ball. And, when one of the Denver players attacks the rim on the dribble, it just seems like there's a cloud of Cowboys around them.
Norris call for the reach in back. Couple of fouls in the last 2 possessions for
Jeez, why did it get to be 9 o'clock?
5 fouls. It's hard, but I saw him smiling. He was coming back down the court. Confirmed that he was back down the court, and he was smiling. Scores, gets another foul.
Better take him out.